What's the best thing about autumn? Well, yes, the football, sure, but also it's the time to start thinking about beautiful, warming dishes like soup. And I'm going back to basics today and making a lovely autumn vegetable and chickpea soup. I start off sweating my vegetables, and I'm going to start with onion first, like that. Get it nice and soft without any colour. Then I can put in some pancetta or bacon. I've got some lovely Barossa bacon here. Put in all the hard vegetables first. Carrots will go in next. And because it's the first of the season, I've got some fennel as well. They're the lovely fronds we'll use later for decoration. Some leek. And finally, into this first stage of our cooking, celery. Now I want to get this cooked really nice and softly so that it releases a lot of sweetness into our dish. This part could take up to about 20 minutes, and don't stint on it because this is the part where we caramelise all our lovely vegetable juices and it becomes lovely and sweet. You know, this soup is the ideal way of getting our kids to eat a lot more vegetables. When our vegetables have reached this point, we can add our potatoes and then our cabbage. Now, everything's been about a cupful of vegetables, but with the cabbage, it's a little bit more, about 2 cups, I'd say. The foundation of most soups is a very good stock. I always make my own, but I know that you can buy some very good commercial products. Now, if you download this recipe, I'll give you the recipe also for my stock. It's very simple to make. It's just a little bit time consuming, that's all. So let's add our stock now. The vegetables are going to finish cooking in this lovely stock. Now the chickpeas I've got here, half of them I've pureed. And I've added a little bit of stock as we go along, just to make them a nice puree, and that's going to thicken up our soup. The others I've left whole. I've cheated here. I've used tinned chickpeas, but it's much cheaper to buy them dried, soak them overnight, and cook them. We'll add the whole ones here, and then my pureed ones. Oh, it's looking lovely and thick and so nutritious. Let that simmer a while until the vegetables are nice and tender, and then taste it for seasoning. It needs salt. So add a little bit of salt now, and a little bit of pepper, and we can adjust again later. The very next thing we have to do is to put in a little bit of green. I've got some baby spinach here, and just the heat is going to wilt these, but it is going to add a lot of flavour. And then, because I can't help myself, I've got chopped parsley and some fresh garlic. You notice we didn't put garlic in at the beginning. I like to put it in fresh at the end, like that. Give that a stir. And our very final garnish is the pasta. Now, earlier today, I already cooked, refreshed, and put under oil some pancara pasta from Claire. Now, do this at the very last minute, because otherwise the pasta draws in all the moisture and you're left with a really dry stew rather than a soup. So we're ready to serve. I'm going to put in all the pasta just like that. Oh my gosh, this is good enough to eat. Do you know, I like to have this soup quite dry because it's full of goodness. But if you'd like it to be more soupy, then just add a little bit more stock, or even at this point a little bit of water won't hurt it. Now you'll find a whole collection of beautiful heartwarming soups in this month's Essay Life magazine. And this recipe you can download from our website. I like to serve this soup with some toasted Turkish bread and a dollop of freshly made basil pesto. Just delicious.
Coming up, a garden of extraordinary delights.